Welcome to Land House. I'm Seth. Years ago, I built my shop and needed a workbench, and so I followed the tutorials of Wrangler Star. He had a very poorly named 5 or 6 part series on how to build a wall-mounted workbench, and somebody was asking for an update on how well this bench has done. Here it is. It is currently covered in all this stuff. Apparently I'm very good at putting things on flat surfaces. So let me go ahead and clean this up real quick, and then I'll talk to you about what I like, what I don't like about this workbench. I spent a couple of hours just straightening up out here. Most of it is right over here on my middle of the room workbench, but I got this cleaned up enough that you can see things, so we can talk about it real quick. So I followed the plans of Wrangler Star, which he got them from somebody else, so it's just kind of gone on and on, but you can watch the actual build video if you would like. But let's just start down here. I mounted a 2x6 on the wall. I think it's a 10-footer. And then there's another one up here, and that is just bolted into the studs of my wall. And so my first mistake was that right here, there is a bolt, and that is on a stud that's like a 16-inch from this one. And my support piece here was right there on that, that spot. So basically I had to use a paddle bit to drill in some so I could attach the board there. Anyway, so that was a mistake that I made, is not offsetting the support for the bench over a little bit so I could access that stud. Because I thought it was pretty important to have this over a stud, but then I couldn't get to it to actually bolt anything on. So anyway, so the things I like about it is that it's extremely strong and well attached to this wall. I've actually sat on this before, so it holds 200 pounds no problem. I should have made it one more board out. So I've got 4 2x6s that I trimmed the bull nose off of. So I should have made one more out because like this thing right here, whenever that is sticking over, you know, it reduces a lot of your usable space. So if you're going to be building this, I highly recommend that you extend it out one more board, and that would give you a lot more working room here, especially if it's going to be your only bench. It would be really nice to have that extra one. I installed this vise, and a lot of people told me I needed to put the wood grain in the other direction instead of having it up like this. I've used it a few times, never had any real problems, but I definitely need to use it more. Whoops. I did put one over here on my other bench, right over here, and I did do it in the correct wood grain orientation, and that has worked out well. But so yeah, you probably could spend more time shaving off the end. I just have it kind of rough cut over there. Let's see how it was over here. A little bit rough, so you could shave that off some. I don't typically see the edge, so it's no big deal. Now I gave it some little artistic flair down here. So if you step up under here, this board right here has been angled at a 45, and that looks really nice. Same thing right over here. It's got that 45 on it. And then if you look at the boards that are actually on the wall here, I have kind of angled those edges off as well. And that one's just kind of cut at a longer 45, just to make it look a little bit better than just a flat cut. I did use the plane on here to get it nice and smooth. And you don't have to cut off the bullnose edge, that rounded over edge, but if you don't, it won't come together as nice as these did. So from my personal experience with this, I tend to put stuff on flat surfaces, and this filled up really quick, and I haven't really used it for a working surface other than just storage. But I can say that it is strong. It'll hold my weight. I have used it for the clamp a few times, and it doesn't bounce around or anything. I would highly recommend building one of these. Do make it a little bit wider out from the wall to give you more working space, but it has been a really good bench. So just wanted to give this update. Somebody was asking for it now that it's been out here for about 5 years, and I'm pleased with it. I haven't mounted this to it because sometimes I move it over to have more room on my middle bench here, but it holds that well and is nice and stable. So yeah, that's just a quick update. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it helps you out whenever you are building your own wall-mounted workbench. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.